Right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another race around at VIL. This is here for the third to last race of the championship at Monaco. We are doing this at midnight as well, so we'll be looking to be racing under the lights for the third time this season, I think it is. We do have a couple people joining us today who have just got in last minute in TJ Furface. I think that's a name you guys will recognise. Yost as well as a reserve in for the Ferrari. Then we have Grant Boy, who has made a return from the start of the season, now in the Racing Point for tonight. And we also have Jim Stroud filling in an Alfa Romeo spot, but he is going to be the lone wolf tonight. So I'm going to quickly put on the track map, telemetry and everything like that. The track map is probably the most important feature on this, really. But we've got a massive championship battle going on tonight. So we do have One versus Dan Murphy. Those two are battling out for the championship, the only ones that will necessarily be in it at the moment. There's 8 points separating the two drivers at the moment, so a DNF can really shake things up and drop someone out of the running of the championship. There's also a massive constructors battle for fourth place in the constructors, it involving McLaren, Mercedes, Racing Point, Williams and Ferrari and Alfa Romeo. So solid, what, 5 of the teams are all battling for the place, about 50 points separating them all, and three races left to go. It's all to play for. We will be looking to see what these guys can do, as I'm going to quickly sit on board with Young Lights. He's going to take us for a lap around Monaco, see what he can do here. Probably looking around 110s, 111s. Darth Tati retiring from the race, getting it wrong. I think that is the Racing Point as well, has just gone off as Grant Boyd. Then a Toro Rosso also coming off as well, and Andreas getting a 5-place grip penalty. All going wrong for some of these drivers around here at the moment, but Young Lights managing to avoid all of that, getting himself around. We have the now we do only have 17 runners left in the session for now. Darth Tati is not going to be happy with the way this has gone. Maz posting a 110.896 provisional pole for now, and he will be hoping to really push. Young Lights really seeming to be lagging a bit around here. There's a lot of traffic going on there. A lot of people seem to be struggling with the conditions at the moment. Yoss on the harder compounded tyres maybe got held up there, but will be coming round. And Young Lights put in 4th place of a 111.6, can definitely go quicker as he got held up a lot. We have Yoss on his second lap on the hard compounder tyres. Some of these guys do this. They will do 2 out laps on the harder compounder tyres just to get them warmed up and ready for a run. But it will be interesting to see on the strategies for tonight, because I know really you're always in this race, especially there's more than likely going to be a safety car around here, definitely a couple of virtual safety cars, so it's not really one you want to give up. This is definitely the most driver track around as well. Not a bit of luck involved as well if you can keep yourself out of trouble on the first couple of laps and just keep yourself out the back of other cars. But if you treat this like any other race, you should do alright. But as we see Yoss come over the line for 3rd place, a 111.3, so looking quite good. VIL Energetics as well, going for a 110.4. 4 times quicker than Maz at the moment, but no one managing to separate them. So Energetics has been on a charge recently. I think he's found his form, but he will be looking just to boost himself there. Grant Boy now going first with a 110.2. really putting in a show in there, looking good, 2 temps quicker than Energetics. This is probably what I would say the hardest race to win out of any race on the calendar, as we've got TJ Furface also starting at the back, because obviously there is such little overtaking opportunities and it's so much down to strategy. I can't say that word. It's unreal. But we will be looking at NUF1 coming through the tunnel section right now. There is yellow flags just ahead, so we will have to watch out for a stationary Ferrari who has spun it and got it all wrong. That is Jos. Got an invalidation just there, cutting just a bit too far across. But we will see if we can find someone who is still on a lap, and at the moment it's no one. So we'll see if NUF1 does come around for another lap, or if he comes into the pits. He's coming around for another lap, so we will be seeing. We'll sit on board with him to see if he can put himself in the top 5 and see what he can do. See if he can really pressure the top guys, and see if he can maybe even shove it ahead of Jos and get himself in the top 10 seconds. That'd be impressive there. But I don't think what a lot of people have realised is how good Jos's lap actually was with a 1:11.3, only 1 second off the pole position lap, with the 2 compounds harder than pole position. So we might be seeing a 1:9 come around today. We have got Grant Boy also on another lap, maybe coming into the pits now. He's 3 laps old on those softs. But there we go, not getting the invalidation going through there. And we will be seeing here, we've got some really beautiful replay cameras on this track, so it'll be interesting as well to see. Oh, I'm getting it all wrong in the last 2 corners, and clipping the back rear wheel, getting out of the way of the Toro Rosso, staying out of the way for, I think that was Grant Boy coming into the pits. A 5-plate grid penalty for NUF1. He's not going to be happy with that, because he only just clipped the Racing Point car, but I guess it's enough. But we have just seen a purple sector from Young Lights, so he'll be looking to really push his car to a pole position time and win possibly the most prestigious race of them all to win. This is the top dog race. One going into P3 with a 1:10.8, not too much quicker than Maz though, so as he is championship contender, he will be wanting to do a bit quicker than that. So we have now got, that's a purple sector 2 there by Young Lights. Sending it a bit deep there, but maybe that might be enough though to get him on a pole position. Going to be very close. He won 10.1. He has set a pole position time there, the fastest around the track at the moment. So you can see showing there's a lot to gain, and he can easily put that in the 1:9s. We are going to see if we can find someone on a lap. We've got Jonathan Cox here coming round the final 2 corners. Is he going to be able to do anything special, or are we going to be just seeing another mid-table qualifying position? It's going to be close. A 1:9.6, that's an incredible time there. He's going to be a solid 5 tenths quicker than everyone else on the track at the moment. Schumacher-esque, really, from the Mercedes driver. This is one of these tracks you have to be cool, calm and collected, get yourself in a rhythm as well. Qualifying at the back is not necessarily a death sentence though, because obviously you've got plenty of movement and people will more than likely DNF, as we've had quite a lot of DNFs even at Abu Dhabi. So I mean, we could be in for a thriller here, or yeah. But will Jonathan Cox get out of the way? Yes, he will. I'm going to switch to a bit of cinematic cameras and watch this go to the end. See if Jos can really challenge for this. a pole position time. It's looking good. I think he might be looking for a low 9s. There we go, 198.98. So he is in P2 right now, but it does seem to be, if you can't get a 1.9, you're not in for a top 3 at the moment. There is still 7 minutes left of the session, so times will improve. So we've got TJ Furface, who's just left the session. Not sure if that's down to lag or not, but we will be, hopefully, we're just going to sit on board with Maz. I know he's been doing a lot of practice for today. Hopefully, he's really hoping to get that P4, but hitting the wall there, it's not going to be too great for him, but he's going to carry it on. Still in hot lap mode. Going to just get as close to these walls as possible, and I think he has aborted this lap now. Looking that he's touched the wall twice, he's not going to be happy with the delta, I'm sure of it. Going to be loading up for a second. No, he's still in hot lap. He's put it back up. Maybe just keeping it down for those 2 or 3 corners. Going to take it round here now. Is he going to get it right? Yes, he is. Jonathan Energetics now going with a 19716. Putting in P2, NUF1 putting in P3. TJ Furface has just joined back to the session, but as you know that NUF1 has a 5-place grid penalty, so he will be down in P7 as it stands. So anyone who's in P7 or above will be getting a 1-place grid promotion at the moment. So I'm sure, actually Andreas has one as well, so we'll be looking to see where he ends up qualifying, and some guys might get even bigger grid promotions. As we do have actually Andreas still on a lap with a very low amount of ERS, so that'll be interesting. The yellow flags in sector 2, that is involving the Energetics and a Ferrari. I think it is Kingsholm, so not sure if that's just letting the other driver past or not, but we'll sit on board with Dan Murphy, the title leader at the moment. He's been looking very consistent throughout the season, shown a bit of a, could have a couple of issues in Abu Dhabi, but obviously made up for it, got P2. Safety car giving him a bit of luck, I think, but will he need it again today, or will he be able to smash out another good performance? We'll have to wait and see. But we are going to sit on board with him as he goes through the tunnel. He is on very low ERS, so that's not going to help him now on the exits of corners. Not going to be able to give him that little bit of boost that he might need. A couple of attempts in it. There is 4 minutes left of the session. Setting a purple sector 2. He's looking good. Yeah, it's going to have to be a pretty good time of a 19647, so it's going to be difficult for him to do, but deciding no, he's going to wait and try and go for another lap. At the moment, title contenders not in favourable positions for them, but Young Light's now just driving into a wall. I'm not 100% sure if he's just got a bit of oversteer there or not, or if he just wanted to say hi to it, or but we are going to sit on board with Nova as of right now to see what he can do. He's only set a 111.6 at the moment. I'm not sure if that's on the soft compounder tyres or not. Did have a very good debut race, which sadly his best actual finish, but he didn't actually manage to have that counted as he was still as a reserve as of then. So he did help Toro Rosso in the constructor standings, but will he be able to do better? He's gone up to P8, shoving Maz down to P9. So we are looking at the moment as it's going to be interesting. No real constructor team dominating the field at the moment, but we do have quite a lot of drivers in the pit. We are in the final 3 minutes of the session. You can leave it quite late, but we've got Jos now on a lap. See what he can do, see if he can set the world alight, see if he can beat that Jonathan Cox time of a 19647. It's going to be a big ask, but can he do it? He's 3 temps up on his time, I think that's referring to, which would make sense, sending it nicely in there, hooking it up quite nicely through the final corner. Is he going to be able to beat that time? Yes, he is. He's going to go for a 1.93. So he set a blistering lap there. 3 temps up on Jonathan Cox's. The Ferrari reserve looking good for a pole position at the moment. But as we know, the track only gets quicker throughout the race, qualifying unless it rains. So we'll be looking to see if these guys can get on a get anything good in, really. We've got a couple guys who haven't set times. We've got Jim Strav, who hasn't actually come out of the pitch yet. Who else are we missing? But we do have NUF1 on our lap at the moment, so here we go, going through the tunnel section now. There's yellow flags in sector 3. That would just be cars building up for their lap. This is the most important lap they will be having tonight, more than likely. Most unforgiving track on the calendar, but he is up by 3 temps. I think that is on the pole position time so far. So, looking good for pole position. Can he get it in the 8s? That'd be incredible to see. But will he be able to do it? It's in close to the wall, getting a P2, a 1.9429. That's a good time by the McLaren driver. One of his best quali performances as of yet. Not managing to get himself a podium this season, but definitely. And Young Lights getting himself a bit of wing damage, getting himself into a bit of bother and retiring from the session. So P5 is going to be the best he can achieve. As we're going to quickly hop on board with Jonathan Cox, see what he can do. As we have now just seen Energetics go for it even quicker. Jonathan Cox isn't going to be able to improve now. He's going to be P4 as the best. Energetics is at the moment your provisional pole sitter with a 1.91. That's an incredible time there by driver Dan Murphy at the moment sitting in P7, 1 place above his championship rival, who is on a lap at the moment. See if he'll be able to improve on his time. Andreas now going up into P5, so that's a 2-place promotion for the guys down up to P8, I think it is. So now One going to P5, so that's going to be quite big really for him with a 1.9693. So you can see as it got so much quicker. Because I think that is the end of the session. And you got these mid-pack runners are going to have to look out for collecting themselves a bit of damage. They don't want to really get too much. We've got like Energetics on pole and Maz on the mid-pack pole in P11, the free choice of tyres. So arguably one of the best positions on the track, but I don't know, around Monaco, is it? Just say hi to some of the guys who are in the stream at the moment, and that is Young Lights, Jonathan Cox and Grant Boy. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully everyone has a good clean race, maybe keeping it no heroics into Sandoval, please, and we will be seeing if everyone can just keep their cars in one piece, as Grant Boy's also got a 5-place grid penalty. So a lot of promotions and a lot of people who probably won't be too happy with the way this qualifying's gone. 3 in particular in NUF1, Andreas and Grant Boy all getting 5-place grid penalties. Arguably not their fault in a way. It's all just cars just going around them. Yeah. But if you haven't already and you are interested in joining, do put a message down in the YouTube comments just below and I will get to you and send you the link to the Discord and you can join up for Season 2 of VIL, which is going to be on F1 2020 now. But we will be also hosting mini races throughout the gap to give us almost a mini season of 25%ers. There will be something to enjoy and keep your eye out for. But as we see now, so we've got the guys just readying up, choosing a strategy, choosing the amount of fuel they want, and buckling themselves in for what is bound to be a difficult race, definitely the most challenging of the season. There's going to be a lot of frustrations, tensions are going to be high here as well, so here we go. Formation lap led by Energetics, then by Yoss. These two do know each other, so I wonder how they'll take it going into turn 1, see if they'll almost just form a wall or not. But we do have Energetics to Yoss, to Jonathan Cox, to TNR, One Ole, to Young Lights, NUF1 to Dan Murphy, Nova to Maz, to Andreas, then to Kingsholm, Laggy Racer, Grant Boy in 13th, Maverick, Flea, TJ Furface, Darth Tati, and then Jim Strav rounding off the grid in P18. So, big grid for tonight. We will be seeing who can finish, would more than likely finish in the points. As we do have a couple of laggy cars. Jim Strav teleporting all over the place. Probably a good job that he is at the back of the grid. Contacting Darth Tati or something, I'm not sure, but GFO Seb joining a bit late, missing out on tonight's race. As we have had a Toro Rosso and TJ Furface be disqualified, and Darth Tati, so they will be starting on colder tyres as Energetics does. Oh god, sorry. Bring the car around to line up for the grid, and this could be one of the greatest races of the season so far, or completely opposite. Monaco is one of those. These guys want to just keep it as clean as possible. We do have Jim Strav rounding off the grid. We do want to be having this view here now. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for race 12 of VIL around Monaco at midnight. So we'll be seeing how this goes. See if we can see anything coming off the cars. It's all looking pretty clean. Everyone's been sensible through there. We've got a bit of movement as well. So Yoss now up into P1, making the move. Yellow flags are out. So I am looking very nice at the moment. The only one who didn't quite make it in one piece was TJ Furface. As we have got a Red Bull now making a move on the Toro Rosso, not quite being able to make that work. Dan Murphy leading the pack of them. Maz making a good start as well, going up into P8. I'm just going to quickly check what tyres and everything. So Maz making one of the best starts at the moment. Dan Murphy having one of the worst in hindsight. Down 2. God, I needed a drink. But Maz looking good. He's on the harder compound tyres, leading all the medium runners. So strategy is a big thing around this track. If you train up, it's going to be difficult. But we do have Yoss at the moment leading the way to Energetics. Jonathan Cox and TNR One Ole. But at the moment, we are looking quite good. It's being clean. Yellow flags in sector 3. That is TJ Furface. It's all going a bit wrong for him tonight, not being able to get around this Monaco circuit too well. But this is the sort of battles we are interested in at the moment. Nova on the back of NUF1, who's also on the back of Young Lights, who's on the back of Ona. This is a train city at the moment, and I can't see it really letting up for the rest of this race. As we've got Grant Boy right on the back of Kingsholm, which will be interesting. Is Kingsholm has got actually damage? Yes, he does. He's got front wing damage. So we will sit on board with Grant Boy, see if he'll try and make a move. He's looking for it, definitely looking for it. He's going to really be trying for anything he can go for. One of the Williams getting it all wrong there, Flea. And that is a safety car out on track straight away. Whether some of these guys are going to hop into the pits and do a strategy change or not is something I'll be interested to see. And we do have Andreas. Oh my god, sorry. Right, we do have Andreas, Kingsholm and Grant Boy and the Maverick, Flea all coming into the pits, setting the... Oh my god, I've lost them. Setting the harder compound tyres, so they will be looking to go to the end of this race. They will be looking quite good if they can keep with the top guys, or if they can keep this train close to the top as possible. So Grant Boy's actually gone onto the medium compounded tyres, so I'm not sure if he forgot to change or he is confident on the fact he can go 36 laps on the mediums, which will be very impressive. Or if he's just not confident in them, hards can go 36 laps. We do at the moment have Jos leading a safety car. Energetic's not actually leading it, which is going to be a shock to his system at the moment. He's led most safety cars in this season. He's been almost a safety car of safety cars. He's trying to make his own little safety car. Telling Jos, no, I'm the one leading. But we are really, I'm interested at looking at Maz, see how he does this race. I know he's been doing a lot of practice, seeing if he has got himself no left front end plate. I don't know if he will try and battle Dan Murphy or if he's going to let the championship leader through or not. But whether or not or whatever happens there, I'm sure he's going to try to do his level best as well. So surprisingly, this seems to have been our best first 4 laps of this season around the hardest track. Don't ask me how it works, but these guys have managed to keep it out of the walls. Rightio, so we are going to be looking as well to see what these guys can do on the restart. The restart is probably going to be the most important, as we are going to just sit on board and Jos flying away, drifting around the final corner, but getting it right. And Andreas moving past Jim Strav straight away. So we do have Maz, who has pulled away from Dan Murphy straight away. Young Lights picking up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Definitely a warning for Dan Murphy there. But the guy we're interested in right now is Energetics, really on the back of Jos. And then you've got Jonathan Cox all over the back of him. So we will keep an eye on what is there. Nose to tail, you could cover them in a blanket. So the 4-5 drivers now battling for first place. It's going to be interesting to see if Jos can get away. He has almost pulled out a second, so he has got decent exit speeds. Here we go, pulling out just over a second now. So I think Jos is pulling away as it is. And maybe Energetics pulling in a bit now for the third sector. So they definitely do have preferred sectors, these two drivers. Jos really liking the second sector. Grant Boy picking up 3 seconds of time penalties. Down in P15. He'll be looking to get past some of these drivers as quickly as he can. Andreas moving back past Jim Strav, and Grant Boy is going to be all over the back of Flea, but I'm not sure he's going to be close enough to get past. No, he's not. It's a difficult track, but he's got the cutback there, and he has made that work. I was about to switch away, didn't think anything else was going to happen, but he's managed to make it work with no wing damage to either of them. So that is a nice move there. Now Fleet all over the back by Kingsholm. I'm not sure he's going to make any moves anytime soon. So Maz on the back of Nova looking to make some moves, see how he can go, see if he'll be looking to make some moves. Maybe thinking about the dive there, could have maybe worked if he went for it, but he seems to have a lot better pace at the moment than the Mercedes driver, really showing everyone what the medium tyres can do. He's also got wing damage, so I wish we could see what his pace was with no wing damage, but it does seem like Nova is struggling at the moment. So I'm not sure if we've got an issue with the Mercedes car or if... But we have got Grant Boy now moving up on Daft Tati, who has gone into the pits again. So he's not going to be too happy with the way this is going. This is we've got NUF1 all over the back of Young Lights. He'll be looking to get past as quickly as possible. He knows he's quicker than him, as he saw in qualifying. Getting that 5-place grid penalty does seem to have recovered quite nicely. Putting his nose down the inside, saying, "Hello, I am here." Just letting him know. Almost like the Sunday League tactics, letting him know you're there early doors. But a bit more polite than the Sunday League, as he does look for it, but Young Lights closes the door, says, "No, I do know you're looking at it, but no thank you." This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Then you have Kingsholm and Flea, but that has gone all wrong for... That's a bit of a corner cut there by Young Lights, but Young Lights having a massive issue, losing his whole front wing, so he's going to be coming into the pit. Just getting out of the way of Dan Murphy. He's not going to be happy with the way that's gone. Jonathan Cox now going onto the harder compounds of tyres, maybe saying, yeah, I'm going to the end of the race now. So we've got another safety car out. That's going to be interesting. Dan Murphy just about being able to get past the safety car, so going to be able to just keep his gap to the driver behind. Maybe it is time to pull in or not, but Jos seems to be commanding this race at the moment, pulling 2.2 seconds. The two Dutchmen seem to just know their way around the French city. Well, Monaco, sorry. They don't really classify themselves as French, do they? Monaco's its own country, I do apologise, but we are gonna be looking to see if anyone makes any interesting strategy calls. I wish I could say that word, but I can't. We have got Jos into the pits now on Energetics, just going again, just like, no, this is my safety car that I'm going to lead. Deciding he's the only one again that He likes his different strategy calls. I don't know if it's going to work around here, though, because he can't really make the overtakes. Or if he's just saying there's probably going to be another safety car. But we will be seeing if it works for him or not. But Andreas now in P2. One in P6. And we've got Dan Murphy down in P11 at the moment. Just got to watch out he doesn't get overtaken by Young Lights. And he manages to keep it in front of the Renault driver. As always, the big battles under the safety car out of the pit lane, but we are going to be looking to see what happens. But the safety car will be in at the end of next lap, so we will be looking to see how Jos negotiates Andreas, as I would assume he is a bit quicker than him, and Ground Boy manages to like get his way up into P4, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, there's literally the majority of this field now is on the hard compounder tyres, and we will be interesting to see where these drivers come out. I'm actually curious on how Maz has fallen down into P14, maybe getting held up in the pits or something went wrong off camera, but I'm not too sure. As TJ Fairface doesn't get in the session again, and the safety car goes on for yet another lap, so this is going to be interesting. Not sure how long these softs do last. I'm sure they'll last a while because this track is quite nice on tyres, so we'll be seeing. I think Hilke does want to be doing a soft medium, whereas everyone else is doing a soft hard as of the safety cars. So yeah, really just throwing the back end there out. Not sure if he got on the acceleration a bit too quick or if he actually meant to do that, but got his little Sebastian Vettel in there. As we do have now safety car restart underway. Andreas has followed Energetics under safety car quite a lot, so he might, and Energetics goes, it seems. And there we go. and it's going. Not really doing too well off the start, getting pulled in now by Andreas, but catching some of the mid-pack runners out massively. They have fallen way back. As we do have Grant Boy all over the back of the Toro Rosso. Grant Boy going around the outside of the Ferrari, trying to get that to work. That would have been a good, nice move there. But not being able to make that move stick. Obviously trying to get his opportunities in. But as we do have quite close battle in here by Young Lights now. Jonathan Cox picking up a 3-second time penalty. We are on lap 12 of 39 now, so it's looking like Hilker's gonna have to come into the pits at some point, and it might not be under the safety car. We'll be having to see. But they're getting it all wrong there, Jim Strav. And Maz looking to go down the inside, but not making it work. Fleeing out into the pits again. Whoa, sorry, not again. Grant Boy still all over the back of the Ferrari. Pulling a second away now is Energetics. Don't think he's going to be able to get 20 seconds though. Not a pit stop window, so. But Grant Boy is all over the back of the Ferrari. Jos making contact with the Toro Rosso. That's not good. Both drivers are going to really suffer there. As Jos and Andreas. Jos has stopped the car. He's not going to be happy with the way that's gone. He's all the way down to the back. And Jos has retired from the race. DRS has been enabled. Yellow flags in sector 2 and 3. And Energetics now leading the race by 1.64 seconds now. And that is our third retirement now of the race. Looking like it's doing quite well actually. That 14 of 39, and we've only lost 3, so I guess people have been cautious now. The walls are close. Maybe we should do this on all tracks, but here we go. Energetics getting pulled in now by Grant Boy a little bit, as obviously the softer compounded tyres are going to be going off a bit. Grant Boy doing a nice little shift now for Racing Point. He's going to do them well for the championship if Maz can get himself up into a point scoring position. I'm sure they will be happy with the way this is going, as they are looking like the highest scorers. No, we've got Mercedes are the highest scorers at the moment of the battle for P4. We have got everyone all over the back of each other. Got Young Light still on the back of Dan Murphy. Does seem to be struggling around Monaco. It might just be preference, maybe not his greatest of tracks. NUF1 on the back of the train for P1. Grant Boy has got all over the back of Energetics now. Energetics having to come into the pits. could lose him a lot of positions now. Jonathan Cox is in, I think, the net P1, because I highly doubt the Grant Boy can take the mediums to the end, but Energetics now going on to the medium compounder tyres, dropping down into P9, 10, maybe even 11 if he can get out just in front. We'll quickly hop on board to see if he can make it. No, he can't. Will Laggy Racer be able to beat the Haas? No. And he's going to slot into P11, almost half a lap behind where he was. So his strategy of sitting behind the safety car didn't work today, it seems, but you never know. There's always room to throw a spanner in the works. Sector 2 yellow flags. I didn't actually see any slow moving cars on the map, as the Maverick has dropped down into P15 behind Flea, so something's gone wrong for the McLaren. But here we go. The race for P1 is on. Bringing up the rear of the pack is NUF1. We are going to see if these... I don't see any real moves being made soon. Nova all over the back of the Ferrari. Young Lights making it, getting overtaken. More wing damage from the Renault driver. Just not quite being able to keep it out of the wall today, as Maz is in the pits now for more wing replacements. He's going to be just wanting to take it to the end and hope that enough drivers crash out from the lobby to get himself into point scoring position. Yeah, on the complete other side of things, his teammate for today is in P1 at the moment, as we do have Nova possibly looking for a move. No, not quite, as Kingsholm did go defensive, really not wanting him to get past. Dan Murphy will be looking to get onto the back of this, as he's got no pressure from behind now. Getting a 3-second penalty there, as did Nova, looking like a little bit of a cheeky corner cut. But Kingsholm sending it a bit deep, opening up the door for Nova there, but not being able to get the exit. It does look like Nova's getting the better exits out of corners at the moment, but not being able to do much about it. All that is a wing damage there by Kingsholm. Dan Murphy is closing up to this battle very quickly. Battling costs you so much time at the moment. This is definitely what we want to be sitting on board with as of right now, as we've got the Mercedes all over the back of the Ferrari, and then the Haas closing in on the two drivers. See how he deals with this situation as well. But Kingsholm's only going to get slower than he was now, as obviously he has taken a bit of a hit to the wing. But we've got Nova now possibly looking to make a move on the outside. No, Kingsholm's still going defensive and holding the Mercedes behind him. Nova's really going to be looking to get past before the Haas does catch up. We've also got Jim Strav caught up to by the Haas as well, so I will be getting on board with them quite soon, because this move looks like it will be done very soon. It does look like he's looking for the move around the outside. He's not going to be able to make it, but is a switchback going to work? No, it's not, as we've got Energetics 5/10 back off this man. But I don't think Nova could be any closer really than past this Ferrari, and you can tell it's holding him up. Young Lights setting the fastest lap of the race of 1:12.668. Traffic is a massive issue for cars right now. Energex is struggling to get past the Alfa Romeo of Jim Strav, and Nova struggling to get past the Ferrari of Kingsholm, but he will be looking to make a move as quick as possible. Is he going to just send it in? No. Kingsholm is doing absolutely textbook defending at the moment. is he going to be able to hold him off for much longer? I feel like a brave move does need to be done eventually if he wants to get past. But we have now got Flea, who has been lapped by the top 4. He's got the DRS. He's got around the outside. He's not going to be able to make that move yet again. Again with energetics as well. He's not able to get past Jim Straff. So these guys are really starting to struggle. We've got Dan Murphy all over the back. This is definitely the battle to sit on board with at the moment. It's a three-way battle of 4P6. I'm not sure what the penalty situations are, so I would just battle 2 on track. Jonathan Cox picking up a 3-second time penalty. P2, man, that's going to drop him down to P4 if these guys are clean and don't get another penalty. We are over halfway through the race now, so things have settled down, but it's been a very entertaining race as of yet. We have got very close battling, obviously, because the slower guys backing up the quicker guys into other guys, and it's difficult. But Nova doing a great job to not really lose any wing, keeping it very, very close to the wall. It's been good driving here so far, but he's going to be looking to really get past soon and not really hold him up for too much longer. As I think Dan Murphy's not really looking to get too much closer to these guys, as he thinks it's going to probably be an accident close around the corner, as Young Lights does move past Leggy Racer, who is in the pits at the moment. So still in a couple of laps, no moves, but it's been very, very close race, and you don't get this on any other track. Everyone keeping it safe, or being looking forward to when it gets to near the end of the race and people start wanting to get past their drivers as quick as possible. I mean, there isn't anything in front of them for another 16 seconds, so there is no point in really trying too hard for it now, as we do have the Racing Point of Maz now into the pits again, coming back out on the same compound of tyres, it seems, so that's a bit weird. Maybe he has no more tyres, I'm not too sure, but just coming out the pits now. He has been now lapped by the top 5. We've got the yellow flags in sector 2, and that is Maz out of the session. VSC is out, getting it all wrong, and Nova almost hitting the back of King, so managing to somehow keep out the wall as well, so that's impressive. Just gonna quickly see if we can see what has happened. No, we can't, but there's a VSC out, and that's going to calm the race down a little bit. Maz has now left the session. I'm going to be happy with the way this has gone for him tonight. We've got these guys still head and toe with each other. We've got the two Hasses seem to be struggling a little bit at the moment now for pace, but here we go. So we've got DRS has been enabled. Kingsholm is getting closed in massively by Nova. Also, Jim Strav is closing in on this battle as well, so they've also lost 3 seconds to the car behind in the last couple of laps. So this is going to be arguably the battle for the top 6. Possibly the most important battle they're going to be in all race now. But we have got Dan Murphy just chilling, sitting at a distance from them. But he's got to be aware that Jim Strav is closing in fairly quickly now, so he's going to have to just keep his guard up. Nova looking for any move he can possibly make at the moment. Lap 24 of 39, 15 to go. But we do now have Nova around the outside, still not being able to make anything work, but we do now have a 5-way battle for P6, which is kind of massive. Maybe making it even 6-way, because Young Light's going to be looking to get involved as quickly as he can as well. And this will be the closest battle of them all. There's 2 trains at the moment, and Nova is just braking a bit earlier, I think, than Kingsholm, but looking to just do anything now to get past this Ferrari. We are going to just sit on board with him now and just see. He is riding on the back of this car. Flea now retiring from the session, saying he's had enough. That is both Williams now out of the race. It does look like Energetics did fall a bit behind there, but Dan Murphy we're going to sit on board with just to see how this battle goes. Kingsholm going a bit wide. Maybe Nova thinking it's a possibility for a move, but not yet. All over the back of the Ferrari. I'm just waiting to see a move here, to see if it ever happens really, as we do have now Young Lights all over the back of Energetics. So someone's going to have to make a move, or else you've got the back marker guys of this group who are going to just cruise through this group. Or maybe there might be an issue at the back, but Energetics and Nova has spun around there. So that's going to put him way at the back, losing his front right end plate as well. Mistake was bound to happen eventually, but I didn't expect it from him. It was looking very, very nice for the driver, but now he has Young Lights up his inside, managing to keep out of contact with those 2. There we go. Young Lights is at the moment the quickest driver on the track due to fastest laps, so he'll be looking to get past these guys as quickly as he can. But Dan Murphy is now, with the demise of Nova, leaped onto the back of Kingsholm and is going to be looking to get past as quickly as possible, maybe not mess around as much as Nova did, and just be a bit more clean with it. And we have got Dan Murphy looking for any sort of move, and we've got just seen Energetics go down the inside of Jim Strav, so he's just made that move work, and he's going to be second in line now for the move on Kingsholm. So he has got the 2 Haas drivers, the 2 constructors, arguably the 2 quickest drivers in the league right behind him, and this is going to be pressure for him, just seeing 2 black and gold cars in his rear view mirrors. They are going to black out his view, really. And we've got Dan Murphy alongside, backing out there, deciding it's not worth it. Kingsholm is holding on to this position, but not as easily as I think he would want, as we've got Dan Murphy letting Energetics through, saying, here you go, you have a go. Maybe he thinks his teammate is a bit quicker and maybe might be able to do it a bit better. But they have made that switch work quite nicely as well. And not losing any positions doing so. But here we go. As Energetics will be looking to make the move now on Kingsholm. And he is all over the back of the driver. He got such a better run there, making a little bit of contact with the wall. I'm not sure if there was damage, so I'm just going to quickly have a look. He has got a little bit of damage, but that is to his front left. Does look like both wings are damaged. Young Lights has gone round, but it does. This is getting a bit scrappy here, but we have got Energetics really looking to make this move work. Both drivers in front have got wing damage. Then you've got Dan Murphy behind, who is struggling around this track today. Here we go. He's going to get all up alongside him. Is he going to go? He's going to go down the inside. There we go. That's the move. That's how you do it. Around Monaco. Textbook. Making the move past Kingsholm there. And moving himself up into P6. Now Dan Murphy is going to be looking to try and maybe see what his teammate did and maybe replicate it. Maybe he's shown him the way. No messing around this track, but he is all over the back of the Ferrari. He's let one Haas past, but will he end up losing another position to the other one? We'll be finding out soon. As he does look like he's sending it down the inside. He's made it work. He's just no-nonsense it. No-nonsense it. There you go. But made it work, and he has now gone through into P7. Whether that switch is going to be made back, and Energetics is going to push himself into P7, maybe, I don't know. But as of right now, it does look like the championship is going to close up a hell of a lot. One really going to be wanting to make the move on Jonathan Cox, who's been sitting behind for the past 15 odd laps now. The same with NUF1, they've been chilling. But Young Lights is now taking even more damage. He's not going to be happy with that. Maybe trying to follow people through. Young Lights is taken a retirement, and he has caused a safety car to come out. I'm not sure if he lost a wheel or if it was just a retirement, but that's going to close up the drivers at the back. It's really going to allow maybe Grant Boy to pit and give himself, or if these guys are just going to go to the end, we don't know. I'm just going to keep an eye on it and see what happens. As we do have Grant Boy coming into the pits, Jonathan Cox going on, One going into the pits, and NUF1 going on as well. Andreas also going into the pits. So it's going to be different. Grant Boy is going to be coming out in second place, and on the soft compounder tyres. So is Jonathan Cox really going to struggle? Maybe drop down a couple of positions? We'll be seeing. I'm also curious to see whether we've got Dan Murphy, who has also pitted. He's going to come out behind. He just came out behind Nova as well, who is on 4-lap old medium tyres, and we're going to have Energetics now come into the pits as well to see and get his wing changed. So he's going to come out behind his teammate and the Mercedes. So he's going to drop into P8, and see if his teammate can show him the way past the Mercedes. But they have done it to the Ferrari. Maybe they can do it again, but he's going to want to get out in front of Jim's drive. You took so much work to get, and he's going to be behind the guy again. That's unlucky. He's taken wing damage again. His front right end plate wing damage just come off as well. So now we have Jonathan Cox thinking he's going to defend for his life now. Now we have the Maverick, who doesn't even seem to be in the lobby anymore. Oh yeah, he is. He's P11. Trapped behind the safety car, not able to unlap himself. Obviously Grant Boy's going to want him to overtake, so I'm not. Maverick has pulled off, I think, maybe knowing that there's going to be an issue if he carries on like normal, because obviously he can't overtake under the safety car. He doesn't want to get himself involved behind the safety car and anything, but here we go, a strategy difference. Right, okay, so we have got a pretty interesting one going up now. So I think the safety car is going to come in this lap, and see how it all goes down. Jonathan Cox giving the safety car a bit of a race. Gonna be hoping he can maybe bring back his winning days, win around possibly the hardest circuit ever, or is a reserve of Grant Boy going to be able to snatch it from his grasp? I don't know. Or they could both come in contact. One could come home and take the championship lead. It's very much on. I think the gap he'll be 5 points clear looking at it at the moment. 4 points clear, sorry. I think. So we now have a safety car restart, and we're going. See how this starts. I'm going to sit on board with Grant Boyd to see if he is going to look for an overtake straight away. Dan Murphy moving straight past Nova and ghosting through the other laggy. Nova losing a lot of positions right now. Energetics having to now move past, and that is a sliding car as something went on there, but I'm not 100% sure what happened. But now this is the battle we are going to sit on board with to see if Our race leader of Jonathan Cox can defend from the Racing Point, the Red Bull, McLaren and Toro Rosso. As I think Grant Boy might be looking to make a move here down the inside. He isn't able to make it work, but he has pushed him wide. Jonathan Cox does have a 3-second time penalty as well, though. But Grant Boy going down the inside, not being able to make that work, open himself up to One. And that'll be interesting to see how this plays out, as there is only 5 laps left of the race. That's about 7 odd minutes left, so can they do it? As a virtual safety car out again, as I think that was Lucky Racer retiring from the race. It does seem like we've got Dan Murphy closing up to the back of this group as well, so maybe he'll be able to snatch himself another position or so. But we do have Jonathan Cox still defending for his life at the moment. Virtual safety car is going to be ending soon, I'm sure of it, so there we go, virtual safety car is over. And we have got Grant Boy all over the back of the placing your car just in the middle there. And Grant Boy's going to try and get the better exit there. One is going to be looking for any sort of mistake from Grant Boy, trying to get a move there going. It's going to be interesting to see if who ends up benefiting the most. And he sends it, and he makes it work. That's a great move there by Grant Boy, moving himself up into P1. Now we've got One ghosting a little bit weirdly through Jonathan Cox, but he is going to be now sitting behind the Mercedes driver, trying to get around, sending it down the inside. He's going to make that stick, but yet Jonathan Cox giving up on that position as well. So Tina Ole now moving up into P2, picking up himself solid 18 points at the moment. And then you got Dan Murphy picking himself up, I'm not too sure, 4? No, it's more than that. I'm not 100% sure on how many it is now. I used to keep up with it, but we have got Grant Boy. And we've now got NUF1 all over the back. Grant Boy is pulling away a bit now from the 3 in front. NUF1's going to be looking to get himself on that podium. Maybe the hards wasn't the best decision. Grant Boy now picking up the fastest lap of the race. As we've got Dan Murphy all over the back of Andreas as well. So it's going to be another 4-way scrap. Jonathan Cox seems to be squeezing everyone together a little bit here. NUF1 really looking for any move that's possible here. He knows he's quicker. He's just got to be smart about the way he gets past. Hard braking zones are always better for the softer compounds of tyres, so we'll be possibly looking to see him make a move coming up there. Maybe there might be an incident still. There's 2 laps left of this race, not including the final lap, so 3 laps left in total. Jonathan Grant Boy now coming across the line, being actually closed in by One, so mistake may be coming there, but now we've got a lot going on in terms of a podium position. Now is looking like NUF1 really wants this, but is he going to be able to get past Jonathan Cox for it, or is it going to stay the Mercedes drivers? We don't know as of yet. One is going to be pushing for that win to really just stamp out and just pretty much say it's his championship. But there is still 2 races left, so it will put him in a good position. As I think NUF1 is now being a little bit cautious going into these corners, just basically trying not to give himself any difficulties. The Energetics down in 10th place. It went wrong for him, I think, after the safety car. Andreas picking up a 3-second time penalty there. So we have got the Maverick back in the pits. That's him going to be lapped for the 2nd time, I think it is. Now NUF1 all over the bank with Jonathan Cox. Is he going to be able to make this move? Kingsholm picking up a 3-second time penalty. Is that really going to mean much? Not too much, maybe to Energetics if he has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Maybe he can pick up 1 more place, but Kingsholm is all over the back, and Andreas sticking his nose down the inside of NUF1. NUF1 really looking for a way past. He's got to make this move stick, or else it's never going to happen. And this is the final lap of the race, and he's still just chilling behind. Is Andreas now or not? I'm not sure how this is going to go. So we are going to go into the final braking zone, and I think that's going to be how it comes. But Grant Boy is going to come across the line, and he is your Monaco race winner. One will take it though on penalties, so he's going to take 25 points home. NUF1 now. Dan Murphy going up into P3 on penalties, so obviously his way of taking it has worked. That may have saved his championship battle a little bit. He's going to take a bit of a hit though. Maybe it'll be down into 1 or 2 points. But now we're going to have Maverick rounding off the grid and coming across the line to finish the race in P11. So it's going to be a bit of a, not nicest for him. He's one retirement off getting a finish, but at least he did finish, unlike 9 other drivers. But we do have a TNR. One Ole is your race winner today. Fastest lap goes to Grant Boy, and it's looking interesting now in the constructors standings. I think it's going to close up as well, looking like, but we do have a massive battle now going on for the championship. Will it be One's or will it be Dan Murphy's? Who knows? 2 races left. We'll see. All right, thank you, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.